Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Now I am here again. We were solving June 2021, paper 32 of A2. We have solved two questions, and today, inshallah, again we'll solve two questions. So I'm going to the paper now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our paper. So I'll show you the work things. Okay. Now we have to go to the source 3 or question number 3. This is a question. 10 normally sells motors in country A during the year ended 31st March 2021. He has also made sales on consignment basis in country B. 10 sells 400 motors to Nadeem in country B on a consignment basis. During the year ended 31st March 2021, the cost of each motor is $500. This is the cost of it. Selling price is 700, but 10 asked Nadeem to sell in B country at 650. Okay. The following information is also available. Nadeem is allowed a commission of 8% of net sales revenue. 10 see the 5,000 deposit from Nadeem before the goods were sent. Expenses incurred by 10, 4,600, insurance 1,200, packing 600. Expenses incurred by Nadeem, import duty, storage, transportation from port to warehouse, from warehouse to customers. And selling expenses. Nadeem sold 300 motors at 650 and another 60 were sold with a trade discount of 5%. It means 95% of the selling price he recovered. Out of the motors sold, 2 motors were returned. The 2 returned motors were replaced by 2 new motors which had been delivered to the customer. Now, out of 400 motors, he had sold 360 and he has left with 40 along with, no, not 40, 38 actually, that motors in proper position. 2 motors are now not in a proper position because these 2 motors were replaced. So he had altogether 40, but 38 proper and 2 improper machines. Not working properly. Okay. The 2 return motors, okay. The NRV of 2 motors is $450 each. Okay. Now answer the following question. The questions are printed here for references only. Explain 2 disadvantages to a consignor making sales on consignment basis. The first disadvantage of selling a good on consignment basis is increased risk of handling goods. Okay, there might be a possibility of damaged goods. Second is reduction in profit because expenses will increase and the profit will be decreased definitely. Okay. Now come to prepare the consignment account. Now, before preparing the consignment account, what we have to do, we have to calculate closing inventory. Are you getting the point? We have to calculate closing inventory of the goods. So first we are going to working to calculate computation of closing. Okay, done. Computation of closing inventory. Now see, first cost of consignment. Cost of consignment. $500 multiplied by how much? Yes, 400. So it means dollar. This is cost of consignment. Okay. Now, cost incurred. Cost incurred. Here's the question. I'm not going to go for the question again. Okay. Expenses incurred by 10. Freight. FREIGH. Freight. The total freight incurred is 4,600. Okay. 4,600. Then second cost incurred is insurance. Insurance is done. Done. Third is packing 600. Now expenses incurred by the consignee, Nadeem. Import duty is how much? 1,800. And I think yes, again page transportation. Transportation. Transportation to warehouse is 2,200. 2,000. Right? So total cost of consignment. Achha, here what we are not taking. What we are not taking. The storage cost, the transportation cost from warehouse to customers, and selling expenses. This will be taken as period cost. Okay. So we are not taking it in computing closing inventory. Now get the total over here. Now get the total over here. Total is how much? See. 200,000 plus 4,600 plus 1,200 plus 600 plus 1,800 plus 2,200. This is 210,400. 210,400 is the total cost. Okay. Now this is the total cost. Now what we have to do? We have to divide it by how many units? 400. 400. So per unit cost of inventory, per unit cost of 410,400 divided by 400. This is $526. $526. Getting my point here. Okay. Now, in closing inventory, we have 38 normal machines, 38 machines, motors. That means 38 by 526. So, from there, 19,998. 19,998. Two motors, two defective motors. 450 each, it means their cost is 900, the NRV. Okay. So total cost of closing inventory is equal to 20,000. Done. This first working we have to do, and then we'll go to the consignment account. Now, when we are making consignment account in the books of 10, so all debits over here. Now come to debits. Cost of consignment. How much? $1. Done. Now, after The cost of consignment, we have freight, how much paid by consignor? 4,600. Bank, and this is insurance. 1200. Again bank. What he has paid packing? 600. Okay. Now the cost incurred by consignee, nothing. Import duty. Import duty is how much? 1,800. Then storage 2,700. Name of consignee. And the cost is storage. This is 2,700. Then we have Nadeem has incurred transportation. There are two transportations. One is for to warehouse and to customers. So to warehouse is how much? 2,200. And again transportation. This is how much? 2,600. 1,600. Now selling expenses. Selling expenses. How much? 4,400. Now, what we have to calculate, one thing we have left to calculate over here, we'll calculate afterward, is commission. Again, commission, which is 8% of the selling price. Now, we have to calculate over here on the credit side, we have to calculate sales, consignment, okay, and closing inventory. Closing inventory, we know 20,000, 888. As a sales on consignment, we have to calculate. So I'm calculating over here, sales on consignment. Sales on consignment. Now, see, Nadeem has sold how many motors? 300 motors. Multiply by 650. The answer is 300 multiplied by 650. Answer is $195,000. And what he has done, he has sold few goods. Now what he has done, he has sold few goods on 5% discount. That was 60. Okay. So it means we'll write over here is equal to 60 multiplied by 650 multiplied by 95%. So that would make your sale how much? 60 multiplied by 650 multiplied by 95%. 37,005. 37,050. So it means total sales. Total sales is equal to 232,050 dollar. 232,050. Done. Okay. Now commission, we can calculate commission also over here. Commission is 8%. So commission 232 500 multiplied by 8% is equal to 18564. ठीक है, 18564 dollar, 18564. Okay. So here we are going to report commission 18564 and sales 232050. Sales over here 232050. Now what we have to calculate? Profit on consignment. Okay, calculate it. See, 200,000 plus 4,600 plus 1,200 plus 600 plus 1,500 plus 2,700 plus 2,200 plus 2,600 plus 18,560. 238,664. Total on the debit side. On the credit side, minus 232,050 minus 28,888. Profit is 14,274. 14,000. Then, so what we do, we'll get totals over here. Okay. And the total would be definitely how much? 232,050. It's 252,938. 252. Done. Now this is a consignment with the workings and everything. Okay. Then move to the next part. Okay. 3 reasons why 10 sales motor lower selling price for the consignment sales. So what are the reasons? Consignment sale. Now might be competition in country B could be the reason, because a lot of people are there that they want to buy product. He can income level of the people in the country B, the income level. The people cannot buy expensive motors if they want cheap motor. So instead of buying from competitor, they should buy from 10 motors from 10. And might be sometimes it's pricing strategy. Pricing strategy, provide them goods at lower cost. It's type of pricing strategy you might have studied in your BS. Okay. Now next is whether 10 to find 10 finders are well received in country. He plans to set up a company in the country to sell for investor. Whether or not he should set up a company and contribute to the first problem is he has to incur setup cost. He don't know the 4 environments which are basically necessary to know: political, economical, social, and technological environments are very necessary to know while you are entering into a market. On the other hand, he will save the cost. So many transportation and import duty and these costs are saved. The commission is saved, and he can handle the business by himself. He doesn't need a Chinese agent. Okay, these are the reasons, and you can give answer at your own after giving all this. Okay. Now come to question number 4. Answer the following questions in a paper. Questions are printed over here. Now, state three features of financial statement show true and fair value. When we are making financial statements, this is of true and fair value. It means it does not contain any window dressing, which is fine. Okay. No window dressing, not biased. Um, you can write, and it is according to all the international accounting standards and everything. ये इस तरह के तीन आंसर आप इसमें लिख सकते हैं. अच्छा, उसके बाद जो है वो आता है सेकंड क्वेश्चन. Explain the appropriate accounting treatments for information that is 1I1, 1112 and 2 making reference to relevant international accounting standard. Okay. Now in 1.1, this is acquired a business partnership of goodwill valued at 30,000 was recorded the value of goodwill at 31. In this situation, according to International Accounting Standard 38, IS 38, tangible goods are acquired, purchased goodwill can be acquired and retained in the books because you have purchased it, you have paid for it. So IS 38, you can keep that purchased goodwill in your accounting statement. 1.2, again same, IS 38, if you see, we cannot, an advertising campaign 2 years ago had boosted the sales right to believe that the products are getting more popular in the company and goodwill of 50,000. Associated revolution reserve 50,000 have been created and recorded. No, according to IS 38, intangible goodwill, purchase goodwill can be recorded, kept in the balance sheet, but goodwill arising from internal activities is not treated as goodwill, cannot be recognized, cannot be kept in the balance sheet. So this is not the goodwill. This should be excluded. That should be taken out of the financial system. Now number 2, again, IS 38, IS 36 in point 2, the machine, the plant, property, plant and equipment has a machine. That machine has fair value or is, you can say specialized using value is 28,600. So we will consider this 28,600. Okay, the real value in use of this because it is in use. Okay, fair value means we are not selling it at 29,000, but we are keeping it at 28,600. We have not yet sold it. So we are going to keep it. So we have to keep it at 27,600 or 30,000 according to IS 36. Okay. Now come to the question again. Prepare the revised statement of financial position 31st 2020 using all the available information using. Okay. Now we'll go to question because we need further space. Okay. Here we are going to make the balance sheet again. When we are making the balance sheet, we must be very much careful. Now the first heading is non-current assets. Now goodwill. Goodwill is going to be reported as $24,000. Got it? Property, plant and equipment. Property, plant and equipment was initially how much? That was 544,000 minus how much was the loss in the value? We have to calculate 32,400. We are keeping it, but actually its carrying cost is the 3,800 is the loss. So we have to decrease the value of plant over 3,800. It's going to be 520,000, 40,200, 500 520,000. Done. So total non-current assets. 5,40,200 plus 24,000 is equal to 5,64,000. Is the value of 20,000. Now come to the heading current assets. Heading. Now in current asset we have first we have inventory. Now the new value of inventory would be how much? The old value of inventory is 88,000, and there was a problem with the inventory. One of the product whose selling price or NRV is 40,000. Now, when NRV is greater than the selling price, we are not considered the selling price, we consider the cost price. So we have to find the cost price of this 40,000. Now, markup is 25%. I'm giving you a tip over here. Whenever you are given in anywhere accounts 25% markup, it means the margin must be 20%. So 40,000 multiplied by 80%. So that must be 32,000. Minus 40,000 means we have to the selling price is 40,000 and NRV is 32,000. So the different cost price is 32,000, NRV is 40,000. So there's a difference of 8,000. So what we do, we will deduct 8,000 from inventory and we report inventory here as 80,000. Then we have trade receivables. Now trade receivables were given 1,87,200. Okay, done. Now out of this, 15,000 is going to be deducted for bad debts, real bad debts, irrecoverable. Person has gone bankrupt. But we must have calculated provision 4% on that 15,000, which is already not provision but gone to the irrecoverable. So in 15,000, we have included 4% provision that is going to be added again in your trade receivable, 600. So your account receivable is 187,200 minus 15,000 plus 600 provision for bad debts which you have included in the irrecoverable debt. That is not going to be recorded in provision anymore. So your trade receivable would be recorded over here as 172,800. Done. Start receivable. Now come to the next point. Come to cash and equivalents. Cash and okay, what about cash and equivalents? Cash and equivalents are 34,800 and there is no change in cash and equivalents. That is 34,800. Total current assets. What we need over here? Total current asset is 2,87,600. 2,87,600. Now, total assets, how much we have? You have to add all the assets. So we get total assets. How much? 564,200. 564,200 plus 287,600. Answer is 85,851. Done. Now come to equity, shareholders equity. Shareholders. Now, shareholder equity was last time how much? 500,000. It's going to remain unchanged. Share capital. What about revaluation reserve? Revaluation reserve is going to be decreased by 50,000 from the inner goodwill. So revaluation reserve would be 35. Instead of 80,000, it would be 35. Okay. Now what about retained earnings? Yeah. Retained earnings 153,000. Okay. Now 153,000 retained earnings. Then 6,000 purchase goodwill is loss on impairment. 6,000 purchase goodwill. Now 3,800 we have loss on the carrying value and the book value of specialized machine. Okay. Now we have bad debts 15,000, but 600 we are going to include from the provision. We have to add back in retained earning. Achha, okay. And unrealized profit of inventory also going to be deducted. So we get 120,000. 100. Done. Total shareholders equity. We are going to report it over here. 500 and 628, 635, 663. Done. Okay, what is left with us? I made a mistake. 1,20,800. I have written 120. Sorry. This is 120,000. So 500,000 plus 25,000 plus 120. 655, 655,800, 655,800. 655. This is your total shareholders. Now come to long-term liabilities. Do we have any long-term liabilities? Next is bank loan. Now come to long-term liabilities. We have bank loan. Now we have to change the amount of bank loan because out of bank loan 100,000 we have to pay 80. Done. Okay, now come to the heading current liabilities. Come to current liabilities. How much current trade payables? 96,000 unchanged. And bank loan, of 20,000 which we have to pay coming year is going to be current liabilities. So current liabilities will be here and right 96 plus 26 plus 20 160. So total shareholders equity and plus liabilities. Uh, now come 655 plus 80,000 plus 6 851. Yes, it's 851. Total equities. Done. 851. Done. Okay. Now move to the next question. This is a part of working. Addition. A director of GE whether funds will show a tray of value does not really matter to a company. Do you know that if we have made a fair, true and fair system, we will receive a clean audit report, not a qualified. A clean audit report means all the stakeholders, like all the external stakeholders who want to invest in our business, like banks or investors or potential shareholders, they will trust our balance sheet. So we need to produce true and fair. Okay. Otherwise, nobody is going to believe us. So that's the end of question number 4. In, done today, mashallah, 3 and 4. Because it's a long paper, na, so I've decided to do it in 3 sequence. So, inshallah, tomorrow I will complete the paper, inshallah. The next question of this paper. And please subscribe my channel. I keep on moving with the same pattern. O-level MCQs, then O-level structured paper, AS MCQs, AS structured paper, then A2 structured. This is the sequence, and I keep on. So tomorrow I will complete this paper, and day after tomorrow, inshallah, I will be opting for O-level MCQs. Okay, my class. Please subscribe my channel. I'm always here to help you out. Take care. Allah Hafiz.